Good day, my friend. Good day to you too. What do you do for a living? Real estate, my friend. Your car is really nice, mate. Thank you very much. What are the chances you let us do a test drive with your car? Are you the car guy on YouTube? Yes, mate. I am Gonzalo. Go ahead. Amazing. Thank you very much. Everyone says Corvette C8 is the worst sports car you can buy for that kind of money. But of course, that statement is completely wrong. Now, is this a perfect car for every single person? I don't know if a car that reaches above my navel is on par with a Ferrari, Porsche or Lamborghini. What I do know is that there is something very special about the C8 Stingray Corvette, something that starts with the letter Z. Chava, thank you very much for letting us test drive your Corvette C8. It is my pleasure. So, for those who don't know, Chava is a member of the club E4MCT. It's a car club here in Mazatlan. You can find them on Instagram as @turbos4mzt.official and are open to welcome new members to the club, so make sure you contact them. But well, this is the Corvette C8 Stingray, the top-of-the-range version that is on sale in our country today. Please tell us, what is it that you don't like about your Corvette C8 Stingray Z51, if I'm not mistaken? The one thing I don't like is the fabric on the roof. It is soft and comes off because the heat of the sun gets through the carbon fiber. Is there anything you would change? The side of the seats. People who are wide, such as myself, find it hard to squeeze in the car. I would change that. Anything else you would change, get rid of, or even add? Did you pimp it in any way? Could we know about that? No, it is as it came. Okay, nothing added, and it is still a beast. I also don't like the tires it comes with. I think it should have run-flat tires for a better grip. I completely agree with you. I think it could do better with some more suitable wheels because the ones it has are for, how should we say it? They wear out very quickly. They get lumps within time. In other words, they are very good for racing, but if you want to use it every day, the tires that it comes with can be a problem and need to be changed. Is there anything that concerns you about your car? No, everything seems perfect to me. I feel very comfortable driving it. How many driving modes does it have? 5 driving modes. For people who don't know, Chevrolet Corvette is a very high-performance rear-wheel drive, mid-engine, super sports car. What does mid-engine mean? It means that there is the front wheel axle and then the rear wheel axle, and then in between there's the engine. In this case, it's right behind us and you can hardly hear it. It's very, very well soundproofed. Have you felt any discomfort from the engine? Nothing. Is there anything you don't like about this Corvette so that you can get out of it for once and for all? Note that there were several things I didn't like before I got to know it better today. One thing I didn't like was the height. I was afraid it would hit on the sidewalks or the potholes or speed bumps. But up here there is a button with an arrow on it next to the traction control. And what does that button do? When you reach a height that the car does not surpass, the car detects this automatically and it lifts up. I have a friend who had a Nissan 370 and she sold it because she couldn't stand that the car would hit on every speed bump or speed ramp or slipping policeman or however you want to call it. But this Corvette already has the solution to that rather common problem. Is there a street or avenue where you can't drive it? No, I have been able to drive it everywhere so far. How about that speed bump in the Golden Zone where the cars were flying out? Yes, we can. We have already done that. I agree with you on the tires. I wish it had other ones because the ones that it has are very good for the racetrack, but it could also have semi-slicks for better grip on the street to have dual use, so you don't have to worry about changing them all the time because it gets lumps. The other thing I don't like is nothing. I have nothing else to complain about this car. In terms of security, it is quite good. There is traction control, there's stability control, there's ABD, an emergency brake assist, and everything is designed to perform the highest standards because it is a vehicle with a top speed of 320 kilometers per hour. Now, Tell me about what you have here. What do you think of the dashboard and the console? I think it's perfect because now the driver and the co-pilot are completely separate. I like that very much, and it is very new. It's carbon fiber finishes. The steering wheel is square cut, which makes it very comfortable to handle. The seats, etc. Everything is perfectly accommodated for the driver. Steering wheel and seats are heated. Seats can be cooled. Cruise control. Is it adaptive or not? No, it isn't. It doesn't have a radar. And the cameras also work to monitor when you take it to the racetrack and practicing your sport driving. There is a whole Chevrolet Corvette system that is designed to monitor your performance and coach you to become a better driver. This is a car that is designed from the beginning to be taken to the track and raced there, which is very cool. Has voice commands, volume down here, steering wheel and paddle shifters, electric windows and mirrors, carbon fiber inserts on doors and dashboard, fully digital display. There is nothing analog there. It's like a 12 or 14 inch screen. There's the performance apps, so you can do your launch control, measure your 0 to 100 or 0 to 200 times, and so on. In addition, the infotainment screen faces the driver, which makes you feel like it's a vehicle designed so that the person driving it really lives the experience of being a jet pilot but with a four-wheel on the road. The materials are soft all over. The roof is removable. The interior is in two colors. There is high-strength tempered glass over the engine so that you can see how beautiful the heart of this beast really is. The AC vents have this pretty detail that you can move and orient them with a single lever, which is cool. I haven't seen this design in other cars. Here in the middle is a row of buttons with everything you need for air conditioning. The AC is digital and independent. It's dual zone. The only thing that I would have liked to see different is the infotainment screen. Chevrolet, I would have loved to see at least a 10-inch screen and take advantage of all the space you have here. It may even make you feel like you're in a more luxurious vehicle. Also, this one does have a knob over here. It is switched on with a single button. No knob, no lever, no anything. No other buttons. Parking, reverse, neutral, drive, and manual mode? Yes, manual mode. It's space, it's bigger than it looks. I am 176 and I still have this much space above my head. So people up to 185 can fit in here. The seats are electrically adjustable and the entire back is made of carbon fiber. And this is a performance version. I know this is a high performance vehicle, but this is a track racing version. And you can tell because the seats have a hole through which the 5-point seat belts pass. It's super comfortable, except for the wings on the sides, they are tight. But it has a purpose: protect the ribs. And when taking a curve, the G-force on the curve does not pull you out of the seat, but to stay there. The driving position is not as seated as before. I've been inside old Corvettes. You drove lying down like in Formula 1, and this position already has the hips a little bit higher. The windscreen is wide and high. Although it is a car with a relatively low roof on the outside, it allows very good visibility, and that is a rather surprising feature. There's blind spot sensor, cross-traffic sensor, and a bunch of other stuff. We are at the tip of the iceberg. This car can be yours for the modest amount of... So if you have that kind of money, you can take it home. This Corvette Stingray Z51 is not just any car. Includes magnetic suspension. What is that, you may ask yourself? It is a suspension with a fluid containing iron particles and an electromagnet that changes its intensity and which causes the fluid to change its viscosity to meet the demands of the road. It means that the shock absorber gets firmer or softer depending on the requirements of the vehicle. The system automatically adjusts itself every 15 milliseconds. It is that quick. Is there four-wheel independent suspension? Yes. Another thing worth mentioning about this new Corvette Stingray C8 Z51 is precisely that the chassis is now stiffer and designed for better performance than the previous generation. It's better by any standard. Chaba, the question I want to ask you is, why did you buy this Corvette Stingray C8 C51 and not any other sports car, even supercars, hypercars or other muscle cars? Corvettes were my passion since I was a kid, and when this version came out I thought, wow, it has the styling of a Lamborghini. Yes, sharp angles, aggressive lines. Yes, I understand. I have had most of the previous Corvette lines. Then you've owned 2 Corvettes in your life. 3 per 3 per 10. That's how many Corvettes my friend has owned in his life until now. Another thing that sets them apart, Bose Performance Series sound, with lots of speakers. Don't ask me how many, but there are dozens of speakers all over the front camera, front and rear sensors, and all the security features you can imagine. The headlights are LED, there are LED daytime running lights, there's a wireless charger here where you can put your phone. And let's go to the question and answer sections. We have 11 questions. Cesar Coronel, does it feel like a cheap Ferrari or is it a real deal? Tell us the truth, does it? I don't think so. I don't think so either. In other words, no, because there are not cheap Ferraris to begin with. PLSHAOMLS. How many kilometers can you drive with 1 liter of petrol, Gonzalo? What is the fuel efficiency it has given you? I don't really care about that. I always fill up the tank and that is it. The computer says 5.2 kilometers per liter, but all day today we have driven it a lot. Oh, parked it with the engine running. I think that in the city with good habits, it should be around 8 kilometers per liter, maybe. Joel Rodriguez, it's 0 to 100 kilometers per hour time, and how does it behave on high-speed turns? We are about to find it out. And how does it feel in the turns, Chaba? I haven't driven it much in curvy roads because here in the north there are hardly any. But I think that because of the technology that it has and the electromagnetic shock absorbers, it has a great grip for sure. Yes, I couldn't tell you how it feels when cornering on very technical roads either. The driving position is low, the hip is almost level with the axle of the rear wheel, which means that when cornering, rather than feeling the body roll, you feel like you're moving along with the whole car. Gerardo Palomares Rueda. What is the real cost benefit of buying a sports car? It is a luxury that one indulges in. It is an achievement. It is a goal. Many people think it's about showing off. And what is the benefit? Fulfilling your dreams. Rodrigo Alvarado. Engine and transmission. 6.2 V8 engine, correct? That is correct. Naturally aspirated. The transmission is a sports dual clutch 8-speed automatic, unlike previous automatic transmissions, which were torque converter. There have been manual transmissions in the past, and no, nowadays there are no manual V8 Corvettes. The engine delivers 490 horsepower and 470 pound-foot of torque, because this Corvette has a performance pack, which includes, among other things, an exhaust with a higher flow output and adds 5 horsepower and 5 pound-foot of torque, and a delicious sound. I think the person on the motorbike in front of us got a bit scared. One thing, you open the door with a button, not with a handle. The handle is there, right here, but it's only for emergencies. From the driver's position, there are several things that catch my attention. Beautiful orange seatbelts, heads-up display. It has a camera in the rear view mirror, and I love that you do this in the mirror, and instead of night vision, there is a camera that you can adjust here. Brightness, zoom in and out, and you can tilt the shot up or down depending on what you want to see. And you activate it by simply pulling this lever. In addition, there is a Z mode, which is the most incredible mode. You press the Z button right here on the steering wheel and everything on the screen changes. Down here you can see the Z symbol. The Z also lights up in red, and that is very cool. Above here is the G-force indicator. Here below is the ELSD coupling percentage indicator. No, it is not lysergic acid. It is limited speed differential. And the performance timer, there it is. In addition, there is OnStar system for GLTE connection for up to 15 devices. Oh, I can do this 0 to 100 test here. Uphill, that will be the first time ever. 3, 2, 1, like this. Accelerating. Oh, that's nice. It skid a bit at the start because we're not at the best surface in the world. 4.6 seconds. Yes, it does sink you into the seat. And the electromagnetic suspension does an excellent job. It is worth every penny, which brings us to its price. 2,790,900 Mexican pesos, which are approximately 135,000 US dollars at today's exchange rate. It may change without notice. Please consult your nearest dealer. Accelerating. Yes, it skids a bit because of the dirt on the ground. How beautiful it shifts. Transmission is very fast. We have already passed 100 kilometers per hour and we lowered our time at 4.2. General Motors Mexico, Jamil Guaida, Manu, Angel, everyone, please lend me one of these, but on the racetrack with one of your pilots if you like, so that we can make an even more impressive video. Thank you, Chava. My pleasure, Gonzalo. See you next video.